Hi.
Hi.
I can see as soon as we start filming the shyness.
Yeah.
I can still see it in you.
Well, it's like interviews are always it's so different than
Mhm.
like the creating and like being in the studio and just like writing and stuff, and then it's like okay, and then after the music comes out it's like okay, sit in front of camera with really bright lights and like talk and be serious, and like sometimes it's like oh, you feel like you have to be perfect,
Yeah.
but I think it's better sometimes too. Like I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, you seem like a really cool chick. Like let's just have girl talk. Like let's just pretend we're at home. I
Yeah.
got my tea.
You got your tea. You look so adorbs. Yeah, I was thinking about that because I was listening
I
to
woke up
your
like this. Just kidding.
I was listening to your new album and well, first of all, there were moments there was like some sexy songs. I was like, okay, like well, you're a grown woman now. Like you're
Didn't
doing
expect
sexy.
but to hear like that side from me. Yeah.
But it's such a
Yeah.
great album and
Thank you.
you do really get personal. So what is that like for you to, write these records and then the music comes out and then you have to perform something personal, talk about something personal. What's that like for you?
Um well, I've been doing this now since 2002, and
Wow.
this is my sixth album. And I didn't hold back. I just opened up, and of course, I write all of the
Mm.
songs. And like, there were a couple songs in the back of my head while I'm writing them. It's like, ah, am I gonna get asked like, who is this one about? But now I'm at a point where it's like I can open up and write about anything I need to write about or would like to write about, but I don't have to like get down to exactly what it's about. I just
Yeah.
kind of throw myself out there. I really wanted to be honest, and I feel like that's the type of music that people connect with because it's like the intention behind it and the energy around it and everything. It's like it's real, it's true, and I think that music is like it can move people and it's healing and powerful. And they've had like a lot of feedback like in the past with my fans where they're like, they tell me how much the songs mean to them. So when I'm writing, I just put everything into it in hopes that it will like inspire people and be, have a positive impact on others' lives.
Yeah, you can hear it. It's definitely inspiring. I really like how you just spread awareness for Lyme disease because it's so. I know nothing about it, but I learned so much just through you and just studying, what you're going through. Um, Being that this is the first new album in 5 years, 5 years of that was spent with you having 3 years of that was spent with you having Lyme disease. How has your outlook on life changed?
Um, well, I'm glad I had like as much fun as I did in the past. Like I
Yeah.
used to always like live every day like it was the full like to the fullest, like it was my last day.
Yeah.
So I look back and I'm like, I'm glad I really embraced my career and just like life, and that was always my approach, and that still is my approach.
Yeah.
Today, do I look at things differently? Yes and no. I mean, I think that I appreciate the smaller things and the things that were taken away from me at one point.
Yeah.
I've come so far, and like when I turn around and look at where I was and to where I am today, like I fully have my life back, and I'm so appreciative and grateful. And I feel like I always was though, and I always had a really good head on my shoulders and worked really hard to get to where I was. Like I was just like this chick from a small town in Canada, and I like got here on my own with like no connections. So I always felt really focused and hardworking. I think if anything, just the small things and random things are just so much brighter
Yeah.
now. But I also think that just comes with like life experience
Yeah.
too. And as we grow, we appreciate different stuff more.
Yeah. Does it affect your relationships and friendships with people? Does it make that difficult?
I think like at this point in my life, I just really know who my friends are, and I like to keep like a close, small group. And yeah, I learned a lot about friendships and learning how to like lean on people And I just keep good people around me. I don't have, time or energy for anything other than just good, solid people.
I love that. I feel like Canadians just know how to find people, like just good people.
We have like those antennas.
We just like know.
I feel like I can like read people like right away too.
Me too.
Yeah.
I get like a set. It might be a Canadian thing. I really do think that. You've been open about, your support group and how awesome they've been. I know you said your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your friends, even Chad, which I think is amazing. But do you think that you would be here today if it weren't for that support group?
Yeah, like no. I mean, there were certain people in my life that really had to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
And it sounds strange, although like Chad and I separated, he was like still there with me the whole time.
Yeah.
And we're still really close. And my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister-in-law, and a few of my friends in LA, everyone's, been really great. I feel like I have really good people around.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. I mean, I actually find it inspiring just you saying like, oh, working with my ex and we're fine and whatever. But I find that inspiring because a lot of people, they don't get along with their exes.
Yeah.
It just says a lot about your character, honestly, just to be able to still have that kind of relationship and even be able to work with them.
Yeah.
So what's that like for you?
I feel like I just talk about Chad so much because everyone always brings him up. But Chad's so great. Yeah. And we still work together. And I guess at this point, we've been through a lot together and he's still family. And I love him and his band. And I'm like a huge supporter of Nickelback. And he's awesome. He's a great guy. And like, it's really cool because like, I'll write a song and then I'll be stuck and I'll call him up or I'll bounce an idea off him. What do you think of this? And I love writing songs with him. He's so busy. I hardly get to see him. But like if he's in LA, I'll be like, let's write a song.
That's so cute. I know that you said that before too, that you're a fan of Shania, another one of our Canadian gems. We spoke to her about Lyme, and she said that it affected her vocal cords, and
really
she had to get treatment and stuff. And obviously, your voice sounds phenomenal on this album. So, did that ever become a concern, like your singing voice getting affected?
I think that while I was recovering, it was the first time I'd ever had real time off. So, I was concerned when I would start singing that maybe my voice, because it's a muscle, would be like not as strong. But, I was just really so passionate about the songs. And when I got behind the mic and I sang, I was just so there and so present, just like energetically and spiritually and just like everything. And like I opened my mouth to sing and I feel like I'm kind of singing better than ever.
You are.
But like, it's everything. It's because like I'm just so, I'm so in love with music all over again. I'm not doing it because I have to. I'm writing music and recording and performing because I want to and because there is a love for it, and like through this entire experience